And so, uh, what is your feeling towards Bugs?
I enjoyed her actually a lot more this season.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
She definitely seemed a little more fun, a little less serious.
Sure.
Um, I appreciate her. I think, yeah, she definitely got to show a little bit more of a fun side this season. I think with like
Mm-hmm.
her dynamic with Alex,
Yeah.
because I just found her like overly serious in season two, and
And I
that's
get that.
what I didn't enjoy. And but even she acknowledged she's like she felt a little bit more settled in, and I felt like even when her and Hannah were working together, there was a much better dynamic there.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and like, yeah,
Yeah. I just like her. I think she's really positive and she's so good at her job.
yeah,
And I
she is
appreciate that.
excellent at her job.
Yeah. And I respect that in
And
people.
I will, even though she's boring, Malia is also excellent at her job.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. Um, Tom, not good.
Literally after the first episode, I looked up are him and Malia still together because I was like, after even seeing them interact once, I was like, there's no way these
You knew
people are
it.
like right
Yeah.
for each other. Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, you thought he was cute.
I thought he was cute, but like, oh, as soon as he started talking and was so obnoxious and had so many temper tantrums,
And
done
he's like a
for.
nice guy. No, he's like a nice guy. Like Malia's boys girl, and he's like a nice guy.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Like they, and by nice guy, read not actually nice guy. Like
Yeah, we're lying.
we're lying by saying
Parentheses
that.
lie.
He's somebody who's like, in the same way Malia's like, oh, well, I'm basically a boy. He's like, yeah, I'm just such a nice guy. Like,
Nice guys finish last. And it's
exactly,
like,
exactly. That's very Tom Down.
yeah. And like to get mad at Aisha.
Literally. Over
Oh,
no, and
that
this is my thing. This is my thing. Chefs get so mad about having to do their goddamn job. Nobody gets more upset about
literally.
having to do what's in their job description than a chef on a mega yacht.
Yeah. They're
Like,
like, oh, someone needs food. Oh, I'm so pissed.
ah,
I'm gonna freak out.
literally. And it's like, no. And oh, you know what pissed me off so much?
Say it.
I this is part of the thing where I was like, Sandy and I have our moments, right?
Yeah,
Me and
sure.
Captain Sandy. This one, I was
Uh-huh.
in complete accord with her, and I was mad she didn't notice it earlier when she was talking to Malia, and she was like, "Get the fuck out of the galley and do your job."
Yeah.
It made me so mad how there was all this emphasis on Kiko, who was like honestly an outlier in terms of like chefs, and that he actually had like a good attitude. And
Yeah, he
like
was so nice.
when he was upset, it went fully like internal and not like caustic and toxic like chefs usually get.
Exactly.
Like when he was disappointed in himself, he didn't feel the need to externalize that to everybody else on the boat, like every other chef that's ever been on this show ever.
Yeah, he just cried silently. Weeped
Yeah.
even.
And was just like depressed.
Yeah.
And it was like, if I'm sad, my food is sad.
Oh, he's so cute.
I
He
loved
was so
him.
nice.
No,
I
I loved
know.
him. Anyway, but also, if Malia's fucking sous chef to the stars, then why didn't she ever try to help Kiko out if she saw him struggling?
Literally.
Especially because once the
That's
sun goes down,
rude.
you don't have a job, girl. Like, let's be real. Let's be
Yeah.
real. The deck crew doesn't really do work after the sun goes down.
Yeah, no. Y'all pretend to watch the windows. I know it.
Exactly.
I
No,
know
but
it.
she's literally every night, every meal service, she's in there being like, Tom's like, oh, can you put sauce on this? Or blah, blah, blah. And it's like, why didn't you ever extend that to Kiko?
Exactly.
Like, I get
She
that it's
was
your,
plotting
like,
on him.
literally, I know it's your whole, like, I know it's your boyfriend, like, that's the whole thing, but like, that would
Unnecessary.
piss me off. Like, if I were working on the boat, like, that would piss me off,
Hmm.
um, as a worker.
Yeah.
Um, what else? Love Alex. Um,
Oh, I love Alex. He was the cutest.
yeah, he was cute. Who else was on the season? Robin, Jess, I covered. Malia and Tom, I covered. Kiko, we love. Um, wait, okay. This is what I wanted to ask you.
Oh, okay.
As somebody who worked in food service,
Hmm.
so it seems like I always get frustrated, and maybe it's because it's not my experience, but like when people in food service get mad at you for coming in like an hour to an hour and a half before close, How would you feel about that when you were like, did you ever, you didn't close a lot at Starbucks though.
I close a few times. An hour, that's fine. If like
It's also a little bit different for you based off like that.
locale.
Yeah, and well, not locale. Well, that also has something to do with it. No, because I've honestly felt it in Pittsburgh. Like I was eating at an establishment Beck and I both love recently when I went to Pittsburgh. And they were being so rude about us coming in like close to when the kitchen closed.
Really?
Yes,
To me, it's like collect your check. But like, I don't know.
literally.
If you're gonna come in 10 minutes before we close and ask me to make you 17 Frappuccinos, like that's a little rude,
Yeah.
which I've had a boy do before.
Uh,
Um, but like, I don't know. It doesn't really matter. Like we're closing when we're closing. I prefer to be here till my scheduled time, so I get paid for the
mhm.
amount I expect to be paid instead of leaving
Yeah.
early. That's how I
Yeah.
feel.
It's always weird to me because it's like I was really like some I there's like this cafe that I go to work that like closes sometimes and it's like if I don't go there before 2, I'm like I feel bad. Like I've been trained to feel bad because like if I show up like 2 hours like before close anyway.
Oh yeah, no, I don't think you
Anyway,
have to feel bad.
I don't know.
So true.
One thing I can give to the Starbucks where I did ultimately kill my computer is
Uh-huh.
that and she's not dead yet, but she's on life support, we'll say.
Okay.
um,
Okay.
and one thing I can say is that yesterday I was in there and the music was bumping, like there was some good songs on.
Oh,
I've been in that
nice.
Starbucks twice and Rewrite the Stars from The Greatest Showman has played,
Oh,
which
okay.
like come on guys. That's gonna be, I think, for like the generation coming up, that's gonna be a lot of people's bisexual awakenings.
You've said this to me on multiple
When
occasions.
Heartstopper gets rebooted, instead of the scene from Pirates of the Caribbean, Nick Nelson is going to be watching the Rewrite the Stars sequence from The Greatest Showman.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Wait, I feel like
Why don't we rewrite the stars?
is Nick Nelson like giving like deckhand to you? Couldn't you see him like out there on the
Oh,
deck?
1000%.
Wow. I just like
I mean,
really
where
got
else would
that
he work on the
image.
boat? No, he's bosun vibes.
Oh, eventually.
He's
He's
bosun
got to
working up
work
to
his way.
captain vibes. Like,
Yeah, I could see that for sure because he's a manager of sorts
literally. He
and
could
he
do the slide
appreciates
by
all type
himself.
of
Nick
people.
Nelson could do the slide by himself, actually. Like,
No problem. Keep it
everybody would
inflated.
be complaining. He'd be like, I got it.
NBD actually. Yeah, I think you're right. Yeah.
Also,
But it's
everybody, I did
all
see the Kit Connor pictures,
yeah, the
and
rumors are true.
I'm happy for my
Uh,
husband actually that he is, doing this thing
Yoked
that makes
up.
him happy and that he's yoked
Mhm.
up. Obviously it's a little bit more to hold on to at night, and sometimes it's like, oh my God, my arms are so full. But
Right, right.
it's like
It's a
Adele
burden
with
you're
all her
willing to
Grammys.
bear.
But it's like things could be worse. As
Yeah.
Wendy Williams once so famously said.
Things could be
Um,
worse.
and
Uh,
yeah, guys, and I will just say that I've been on the Kit train for a lot longer than a lot of you, so I do have dibs in a certain way.
oh, absolutely. Dibs are have been concreted for the entirety of this podcast.
Exactly.
Because hearts,
Exactly.
like our first few episodes, like we were Heartstopper vibes before
No,
we
our
were
second
ever.
episode, we were like, we do need to
Yeah,
discuss this actually.
exactly. So
And when
that's been
season
in
2
the
comes out,
lore.
Becca and I are going to be like, did you ever read the comics?
I didn't. I didn't get my hands on them.
Oh my God. So you don't know
Yeah,
what
I should.
happens.
Nor,
Wow,
but I don't know. I have
that's
some
crazy.
suspicions from my time on
Suspicious.
Twitter.
I don't know when but the next book is going to be the last book. And so I'm like, what are the implications of that, really?
Oh wow.
I don't
What's
think the
that
world
girl's name who
has.
writes them?
Alice Oseman.
That's what I thought.
That's what I thought.
Alice. Alice.
My name isn't Alice. You can't relate to that song when it comes on because she's like, my name is Alice.
My
Like,
name is Alice. Like I wrote it down. Wait, wait, wait. Like I wrote it down in the book.
you ruin it. Oh my
uh,
God. I had a moment today where I was like, okay, I need to write this down. Like I had an idea and I was like, write that down.
a lot of people in my life need to start writing things down.
Including me, and I'm calling myself in.
particularly some girls I work with because they be forgetting things.
Chief Stew vibes. Chief Stew Becca Hobart.
No, I was so chief too because two people walked over to me and then they started walking away and I was like, okay, so neither of you did the thing that I asked you to do when you came over here. And they had to be like, oh. But I said it in like a jokey way. Like I
That's how you
like
lead.
I was not serving
That's very
cunt.
both of us. We're very like roasty. Like we very like we make things sound like a joke, and that's how we give commands. Like we're like, oh my God,
Exactly,
you're
which
so
is
silly for
why
that.
you're so goofy, goofy, goofy goober. Yeah, I do love to deliver that fun positivity into the workplace.
Deliver, deliver,
Deliver,
boy. Okay.
deliver, deliver.
What was I just I had this crazy TikTok sound saved and it was anyway. I'll have to send it to you.
Okay.